everybody. Today we're going to continue to work on solving some harder multiplication facts by using our distributive property. Today we're focusing in on multiplying by 6 and 7 using distributive property. So let's take a look at some examples, okay? So let's see. Today we are going to try not to use an array and just really use that distributive property. So let's take a look. Let's say I have something like 6 times 8, okay? Again, just like I mentioned last week, is we want to think about facts that we're really good at. Remember those times 1, times 2, times 5, and times 10 facts are really great facts to anchor on. And we have something times, when we have anything times 6, that the 6 is a great one to break up because it's made up of a 1 and a 5, right? Because 5 plus 1 makes 6. You know how to do times 5 and you know how to do times 1. So that's a great place to start. If you see a 6, break it up into 5 and 1. Let me just do that in 2 different colors though, so we can see how it works out. So we'll put 5 in purple and we'll put 6 in blue, or 1 in blue. So what we want to do is we want to now take each part that we broke our 6 up into and multiply each part by 8. So we're going to have the fact of 5 times 8. And then we're going to add to that the other part, which is 1 times 8. So what we really have is we have our 6 times 8 happening. We've just done it in 2 smaller parts instead. So 5 times 8 you can figure out nice and easy because you can count by 5s 8 times. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So I'm going to put 40 underneath. I know that part is 40. I already know 1 times 8 is 8 because anything times 1 is itself. And then I can put those back together nice and easily because 40 plus 8 is 48. And so we've solved a really hard fact without having to spend a lot of time skip counting by numbers we're not super comfortable skip counting by. We haven't had to use our fingers a whole lot except to keep track of how many times we counted by 5s. And we didn't have to write out a whole bunch of skip counts. Much, much more efficient, isn't it? Let's take a look at one where we're doing multiplying by 7. Let's say we have something like 9 times 7. And now don't worry about what order it's in. It doesn't matter. Now 7s are great just like 6s because you can also use a 5 with 7s. I know 5 is made up, or 7 is made up of 5 and 2. I know my 5 facts and I know my 2 facts. So once again, I've found a way to make my times 7 facts super easy. Oh, I forgot to use my colors. So let's make this one purple. And we'll make our 2 blue. Okay, and just because it's on the other side doesn't change anything. Okay, so we're going to take each one of our parts from our 7 that we broke up and we're going to multiply each of them by 9 because that's 9 times 7 and the 7 is what we broke up. So we're going to have 9 times 5 for our first fact, multiplying the purple part. And then we're going to do the blue part, 9 times 2. And then when we're done, we'll add them back together. So I know 9 times 5, well, I remember from before, 8 times 5 was 40. So 9 times 5 is just one more 5, it's 45. 9 times 2, well, I know my doubles facts. So I know 9 plus 9 is 18. Now I can add 45 and 18. I know 40 plus my 10 is 50. 5 plus 8 is 13 because I take 2 from the 5, give it to the 8 to make a 10, 3 years left over. And then I'm going to do 50 plus 13 equals 63. It's a lot easier. I would rather do this math out right here with some addition than have to do a bunch of skip counting and counting on by 7s or 9s, which takes a long time. This to me is a lot faster. Okay, so your goal today is really see if you can find those facts that are nice and easy. Make this easier on yourself. And then I'm going to start to ask you to use these whenever you see multiplication facts. So a lot of you are getting the hang of the distributive property, but then when you get to a different problem on a different assignment, you're going back to your skip counting. See if you can start making this strategy your mental math strategy that you use all the time for your multiplication facts. Good luck, have fun, and reach out if you need